Welcome to the Hipaa Show. On tonight's episode, we'll explore various aspects of the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996. We'll show you examples of patient information that is protected, when it is permissible to share protected health information, how protected health information can be protected through administrative safeguards, physical safeguards, technical safeguards, and many more. Now, let's get right into it.
Hello everyone, today I'll be discussing about Hipaa. Follow me. So, what is Hipaa? Hipaa stands for Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act, and it was established in 1996. Hipaa is broken down into 5 titles. Title 1. Title 1 protects health insurance coverage for individuals who lose or change jobs and also prevents group health plans from denying or limiting certain coverages. Title 2 gives the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services the power to establish national standards for the healthcare industry when processing electronic transactions. It also requires healthcare organizations to secure electronic access to health data to remain in compliance. Title 3 includes tax-related provisions and guidelines for medical care. Title 4 further defines health insurance reform, including provisions for individuals with pre-existing conditions and those seeking continued coverage. Title 5 includes provisions on company-owned life insurance and treatment of those who lose their U.S. citizenship for income tax purposes. HIPAA regulations apply to covered entities such as a healthcare provider like doctors, nurses, clinics, or pharmacies. A health plan such as health insurance company, HMOs, and company health plans. A healthcare clearinghouse who process non-standard health information they receive from another entity into a standard. And finally, business associates. What patient information is protected? Protected health information, all individually identifiable health information held or transmitted by a covered entity or its business associate, and any form of media, whether electronic, paper, or verbal.
When are we permitted to share protected health information? The privacy rule under Title II of HIPAA permits a covered entity to use and disclose protected health information with certain limits and protections for treatment, payment, and healthcare operations. For treatment and payment, the minimum necessary standard allows healthcare professionals to only access what they need to treat the patient or obtain payment for the treatment. Finally, for healthcare operations, it includes quality assessment or improvement, activities to improve healthcare or reduce costs, protocol development, case management or care coordination, and many more. Now, let's look into a scenario of when it is permissible to share protected health information.
Good morning, man. My name is Officer Johnson. We're looking for a fugitive named John Dustins. We last heard from our sources that he was around the hospital area. Now, can you look in the system and show me where he is?
I'm not sure if I can do that, as it may be a violation of our privacy rule.
Mayor, we can assure you that as an officer of the law, we have the authority to request information of fugitives.
Hey, you can go ahead and give the officer the information that he's requesting. When an officer of the law requests PHI of a fugitive, you have to comply and give him the information. You are not violating HIPAA in doing this.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
The security rule under Title II of HIPAA protects electronic protected health information through three safeguards: administrative, physical, and technical safeguard. Administrative safeguard include training the workforce in security awareness, establishing procedures to address security incidents, preparing a contingency plan to permit data recovery and access in the event of an emergency, and many more. Physical safeguards include lock or close office doors, prevention of unauthorized access, turn monitors away from the public accessing viewing, and many more. And finally, technical safeguards include utilizing proper autofax setup procedures, automatic log-off or timeout, encryption technology, and many more. Now, let's look into how PHI can be protected through these three safeguards in real-life situations.
Hey, did you hear that Tom Cruise was admitted in the psych ward yesterday?
What? No way. Where did you hear this?
I overheard Dr. Martin and Dr. Jones talking about it in the break room.
Oh my God. I wonder if his nursing documentation describes him jumping on the couch.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's pull up his chart.
Yeah.
Whoa. What do you guys think you're doing? Haven't you read our policies and procedures regarding patient privacy?
Yeah, but we were just curious and wanted to see, what happened.
It doesn't matter. Any patient that's not under your direct care, you're not allowed to access their clinical records. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to speak to both of you in my office later. I will also need a word with Dr. Martin and Dr. Jones. They shouldn't have been discussing patient information out loud.
Hey, Mohammed, do you want to go out to lunch?
Oh, sure. But first, let me log out of the database so no one can breach any of patient's PHI. Because last week, Melissa was caught snooping on Karen's boyfriend's health record.
Oh.
I don't know what she's up to.
I don't know how we're going to rate it to our patient, Cynthia Crawford, about her cancer diagnosis.
I don't think we should be talking about this in the hallway, where anybody could overhear us. I think we should probably discuss this in my office.
All right, let's go.
Hey Ashley, how's your day going?
Hey, it's going great. I was just about to create a username and password to gain access into the database.
Okay, but don't forget, to make sure your username and password are hard so no one can gain access to any patient's PHI.
Ah, great.
Hey Ashley, I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a quick second, okay?
All right, sure.
Oh man, the database just logged me off again.
Don't you remember, every 5 minutes, if you're inactive on the patient's chart, it'll log you off.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I have to log back in. It's great that they have this so no patient records can be breached, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The hospital or healthcare provider and payers have the responsibility to inform patients as to their rights and the manner in which to exercise these rights. Inpatients shall be given information at admission. Outpatients will be given information at their first registration and insurance plans upon enrollment. Patients' rights under HIPAA include right to notice of privacy practices, right to request restriction on PHI, right to request confidential communications, right to access their PHI, right to amend their PHI, right to an accounting of disclosures, and right to file a complaint. Let's look at examples of patients' rights under HIPAA.
Hey, hello. What brings you in today?
Hi, well, actually, I'm a student. I'm going back to school. So I'm going to need a copy of my health records, which should include my immunizations and the physical.
Okay, well here's the request form.
Okay.
Just fill it out so I can get you your records.
All right, well, that was way easier than I thought.
Well, that is your right under HIPAA.
You're right, I almost forgot.
Come in.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. My name is Ashley. I'm going to be your doctor today. This is Mohammed. He's my medical student.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you feeling today?
Feeling a little better today.
Okay, that's good. Well, I wanted to know if it was okay if Mohammed would stay and listen to your diagnosis and your treatment plan.
You know what? Even though I like medical students, I'd rather not have someone else in the room. It's a little bit too uncomfortable for me, and I'd just rather have the doctor.
Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. It's your right under HIPAA.
Thank you for understanding.
Of course, no problem.
As mentioned before, minimum necessary standard allows healthcare professionals to only access what they need to treat the patient or obtain payment for the treatment. Now let's look at examples of where the minimum necessary standards are met.
Come in.
Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Ashley. She's going to be covering me while I go on break.
Hi.
All right, this is Mr. Johnson. He's a 23-year-old male. He has no known drug allergies.
Okay.
He's here for his asthma complications.
Okay.
He sometimes gets headaches and takes Tylenol as needed.
Okay.
He needs nothing as of right now. I'll be back in 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
So hi, Mr. Johnson. As Mohammed said, I'm Ashley. I'm going to be taking over his break, okay?
Okay.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling okay. I think I need some Tylenol.
Yeah,
I'm in a
you're...
little bit of pain.
Okay. What would you rate your pain on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst?
I'd say about a 4 right now, but I have a little bit of a headache.
Headache? Okay. I know he mentioned that you take Tylenol as needed, so let me just check your chart and see if you can have some Tylenol, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So I'm just gonna look into only your medication history, and I'm just only gonna check your allergies.
All right.
So no allergies, and you haven't gotten Tylenol at all today, so I can give you some Tylenol. I'll be back with the Tylenol, okay?
Great, thanks.
Let me just look at Mrs. Johnson's lab results to see if they're in. Okay. They were good. Treatment is moving in the right direction. 4 o'clock, it's time for me to go home.
Let's do a quick recap of what was covered in our episode today. HIPAA, which stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, sets data privacy and security provisions for safeguarding medical information such as medical records and other identifiable health information. We showed you different examples of patient information that is protected and also went over certain situations when it is permissible to share protected health information. Then, we showed you different examples of administrative, physical, and technical safeguards that can be deployed to protect sensitive patient information. Finally, we covered required minimal necessary standards and examples of patients' rights under HIPAA. For more information, please refer to U.S. Department of Health and Human Services official website. We hope this short video helped you better understand HIPAA and its application in real life. Thank you.